tonight on CBS 42 News at 10.
But I didn't stay. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry I left her.
It's a sad tale of regret. A man recalls the day he walked away, leaving his dead sister in the rubble. And
we approach this with the goal to identify everyone.
A school's dark history unearthed. The question, how many bodies are there and how did each of the victims die? But first, a football coach will not return to class this week after exchanging punches after a high school game Friday night.
And good Sunday evening to you. I'm Natalie Tejeda. It was an intense game between bitter rivals, Coleman County High School at Walker County. But at the end of the game, when most would shake hands and walk away, a fight broke out instead. This is video captured Friday night by TV 16 in Jasper. You can see players and coaches of both Walker County High and Coleman High exchanging blows following the 13-10 Coleman victory. The Daily Mountain Eagle is reporting that Walker County head coach John Holliday is the man on leave. Coleman defensive coordinator Matt Hopper left the fight with his shirt torn and his face bruised and bloodied. The Daily Mountain Eagle spoke with Coleman School Board President Suzanne Harbin. She tells the paper there are no plans to discipline Coleman coaches. We do have calls into both the Walker County school system and the Coleman County schools. Be sure to stay with CBS42.com and CBS 42 News as we continue to uncover this story and many more details. And on September 10th, the president will honor 4 little girls with a Congressional Gold Medal. CBS 42's Tiffany Westry has a look back at one man's painful memory of the day those little girls were killed.
When the 16th Street Baptist Church in Birmingham was bombed in 1963, Faith Morris was 11 years old.
It was loud and it's powerful enough to shake the house I lived in. I lived about 3 blocks away.
While helping to clear the rubble, someone spoke words no one wanted to hear.
And then we heard what everybody feared, and I found the body over here.
At the time, Morris had no idea his sister, who was living temporarily with another family, attended that church.
I went home, and my friend came by and told me, he said, man, why didn't you stay? That girl that they found with no head, that was your sister. But I didn't stay. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry I left her.
Known to the world as Cynthia Wesley, Faith has spent 19 years working to have history rewritten, restoring Cynthia's last name to the one she was born with, Morris.
And my mother, of course, I know she would be happy.
The issue of Cynthia's last name was a key reason why Faith initially chose to skip an upcoming Congressional Gold Medal ceremony, a ceremony to honor Cynthia and 3 other girls who died on that terrible day in September, nearly 50 years ago. But Faith had a change of heart following a conversation with the local congresswoman. She
agreed to say Cynthia's real name.
In Birmingham, Tiffany Westry, CBS 42 News.
And I get some incredible reporting by our own Tiffany Westry. And of course, that statue of the 4 little girls will be unveiled on September 15th, which is also the 50th anniversary of the bombing. The statue will be placed on the corner at the edge of Kelly Ingram Park, which will be facing the church. And coming up later in this newscast, there are so many more ways to honor the memories of those girls killed in the 16th Street bombing. We'll introduce you to a man who has a unique way of capturing their spirit. Switching gears a little bit tonight, a man is dead after being the victim of a fatal hit and run in Walker County. The victim is 33-year-old Adam Meyer of Jasper. He was found around 4 this morning on Blackwell Dairy Road near Walker Baptist Medical Center. There are no suspects in this case, but if you have any information, please contact the Jasper Police Department. Well, it was supposed to be a reform school for boys, but in reality, it may have been much more. Try a house of horrors disguised as a place of learning. Now, several years after the Florida school's closing, anthropologists are removing human remains from the property.
These researchers are looking for buried secrets. In reality, bodies, as many as 50 from this hidden cemetery at Doer Reform School for Boys. The remains may help unlock the sinister secrets of what happened decades ago on these grounds.
They'll be able to study whether there was a fracture or a bone broke or whatever, and that will help to bring out the truth and some closure to this whole situation.
The school closed back in 2011, but its painful legacy still haunts the grounds. Over the years, dozens of former students have come forward and told horror stories of ruthless beatings, sexual abuse, and even murder. Owen Smith was sent here in 1940. His family never saw him again. School officials claim he died of pneumonia, but another student told Smith's family he was murdered by school administrators.
And I believe till this day that they shot my brother that night, and I think they probably killed him. And they brought him back to the school and buried him.
For decades, state officials insisted 31 boys were buried here, but researchers have found nearly double that number.
We approach this with the goal to identify everyone. That's our objective. We know that realistically that won't happen.
In 2009, a Florida state investigation determined there was no evidence of criminal activity connected to any of the deaths or abusive treatment at the facility.
Now, a former school administrator has denied the accusations of abuse, but admits that spankings did, in fact, take place. Well, a birthday party is supposed to be a joyous occasion, but tonight a man is in custody accused of murdering his wife at that party. The 25-year-old was killed yesterday evening in Beaumont, Texas. Authorities say her estranged husband shot her in the front yard of her friend's house during that birthday party. The 35-year-old was arrested a short time later. Detectives are continuing to investigate.
Here's a look at some other stories capturing headlines across the country and around the world. A teenage girl in Colorado is in custody tonight after taking a knife and stabbing her mother 79 times. The teen's stepfather arrived home just as the 18-year-old was coming downstairs. He says she was holding the bloodied knife and didn't make eye contact as she left the house. Police picked her up a few homes away. A family member says the teen and her mother spent part of the day arguing, with her mother threatening to kick her out of the house. Protests erupted across the country as President Barack Obama announced plans to seek congressional support for military action in Syria. Demonstrators in South Florida and California brandished signs and chanted protests against a U.S. military intervention in Syria. Meanwhile, the UN is asking all nations to hold off on attacking the country until they can confirm chemical weapons were used on the civilian population. And in South Africa, former President Nelson Mandela is out of the hospital and is resting at his Johannesburg home. Treatment for a severe lung infection will continue there, even though doctors say he is in critical condition.
And here's an interesting story for you. You may think your bar is the bomb, but you have nothing on this New England bar. Bar hoppers at the Maryland bar were startled earlier this week when a bomb dropped on their parking lot, leaving a 3-foot crater. Fire investigators examined the wreckage and discovered it was a practice aerial bomb, so it wasn't carrying live munitions inside. The National Guard says it was accidentally dropped from a fighter that was returning from a training mission.
I was just thanking God that it wasn't closer to the bar because there was people sitting out at the picnic table when this happened.
The bomb squad told us we should, rename the bar to Bullseye, and it's just nonstop.
Well, it's nice to see they still have a little bit of a sense of humor about it all, but the National Guard is still investigating the cause, but believe it may have been due to mechanical function. Well, still ahead, Justin Bieber, he goes clubbing and ends up getting clubbed. We'll tell you all about it. The pop star is beat down just north of the border, but first, there's something special about putting a brush to paper. We take you inside the quiet reflections of a man capturing a memory. And the first week of college football, yeah, it's done. Lauren Sisler is joining us to wrap things up on week 1.
Football season is here, and storms can ruin your game day plans. So you need a team you can trust to get it right. Gene Norman,
some heavy downpour.
Mark Brader,
we're watching it carefully,
and Ted McInerney.
You have to be careful.
CBS 42 weather team, looking out for you.
Hello, I'm Gina Repton.
And I'm Stephen Houck. A new school year can come with new illness.
We've got a few simple tips on how to keep your kids from getting sick this school year. Join us Monday for Wake Up Alabama.
Hurry into Mattress Firm's Labor Day sale, where all mattresses are on sale. Buy a Tempur-Pedic set and get a twin Tempur Simplicity mattress free. And Sealy Queen sets are just $297. Plus, get 0% APR for 5 years. Mattress Firm. Save money. Sleep happy.
Only the biggest games The toughest teams, the most important matchups, are good enough for the Southeast Crane and Hoist Game of the Week. Tune in this Friday and catch the fever.
We are here with the Blakeleys who are looking to save some money on their wireless plans. I see you have an unlimited talk, text, and web plan for $39.88 a month.
That's Walmart Family Mobile. And we have this new $29.88 unlimited talk and text plan.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, and no contracts, right?
Right.
There's no contract?
There's no contract. They're the lowest price unlimited plans.
How's that sound? That's perfect. Well, a great plan for a great family. Start saving today with Walmart Family Mobile. Walmart's lowest priced unlimited plans. Walmart.
When you see it happen, report it. Send us your news, pictures, videos to CBS 42. Just email them to report@cbs42.com or upload them to our website. Be a part of the CBS 42 team and report it.
Football season kicks off with the Great American Tailgate at your local Ford dealer. Face paint? Check. Meat for the grill? Check. Big cooler? Check. Score 500 Trade Assist cash on most 2013 Ford vehicles, plus 500 EcoBoost bonus cash? Check. Now check this. Get up to $87.50 in total kickoff savings, or get 0 for 60 plus up to $32.50 cash back at a Great American Tailgate near you.
Okay, it's Labor Day weekend, and now until Monday, at Rooms To Go, you can get more amazing Labor Day values than ever before. Just make sure you see our giant Labor Day insert in Sunday's newspaper, or pick it up at the store. Really, check it out. It's packed with bonus savings coupons. Plus now you can finance and get interest-free monthly payments starting as low as $5 a month. Are you kidding? No, I'm not kidding. Just look for your insert on Sunday and save big. You can't miss the Rooms To Go Labor Day sale, now through Monday.
I went to a department store and made an 8-year mistake.
I went to a furniture store and made an 8-year mistake.
Don't make an 8-year mistake. Come to Mattress Firm, America's #1 mattress retailer, where we guarantee you'll be happy or your money back. Mattress Firm.
Watch Chief Meteorologist Gene Norman and the CBS 42 weather team.
And welcome back. Last week, tens of thousands came together to remember a march on the U.S. Capitol. It was a march that started right here in the Magic City. But as CBS 42's Sherry Jackson shows us, there are other ways of paying tribute, like poetry, a song, or in this case, a brushstroke across canvas.
That's a strong spirit there.
It's what drew this self-taught artist with his chair and hard hat to the sidewalks under the trees of Kelly Ingram Park in the first place. Henry McShann's hard hat is as much protection from the trees as a reminder from his previous career in construction.
I had the need to get busy going into retirement. I decided I would go to the library, and I read up on art, and I hooked up with Matisse, Henri Matisse, and he instructed the student to just draw, master drawing. And eventually I mastered drawing after 3 years.
Then he mastered painting, beautiful landscapes in watercolor.
I exchanged my first painting right out here at Kelly Ingram. That was back in '98. From there I went over into the Lynn Park area. And that's why I've been ever since, Lynn Park there.
But there's something here that brings him back to Kelly Ingram Park time and time again.
It just caught my attention, like when I was doing my drawing. I did a lot of drawings of it, right?
It draws thousands of visitors each year.
There's a lot of traffic there.
They come to see a living piece of history, a building that bore the brunt of a hate-filled act. Carol Robertson, Cynthia Wesley, Addie Mae Collins, and Denise McNair are often called the Four Spirits, but more than mourning their lives, people come here to give them honor. It's also why McShann paints this church.
When I'm painting, I feel that I honor it. I will, is a tribute, like I'm copyright, right? This painting will easily meet the 22nd century.
Allowing the story of 16th Street Baptist Church to continue for generations to come.
Henry McShann says he paints lots of churches in the area, but this painting is the one that sells. He says when he sells a painting for $25, he then donates 10% and immediately comes back to draw and paint another one. Now, CBS 42 is also hosting a special to honor the lives of Carol Robertson, Cynthia Wesley, Denise McNair, and Addie Mae Collins as the statue is unveiled in their memory. We invite you to join us on September 13th at 6:30 p.m. for Hope and Honor, a tribute to 4 girls. And switching gears now, teen sensation Justin Bieber had to fight his way out of a club, and could there be a new Kardashian baby? All that dish and more in tonight's entertainment wrap-up.
In a recent Instagram pic, Scott Disick hinted that the youngest of the Kardashian clan and mother of his 2 children may be expecting again. However, Kourtney squashed those rumors this past weekend after being photographed partying and drinking at a club in Las Vegas. And is it a case of Bieber rage? According to TMZ, Justin Bieber was bum rushed at a Canadian nightclub